Ladies and gentlemen, and this is Dust Sands ex-listener nsfw, wink wink with a kiss of a heart. But this one is mostly about falling in love for the first time and meeting each other and mostly doing it and getting married, and mostly I'm just going to start beginning, but that was just part of it, okay? So, let's begin. You were walking out of your house and you wanted to go for a little jog or like a walk, so you did. You lived near the mountain, mostly called the Epinton Mountain. I forgot the name of that, but I'm just going to call it the mountain range. You were walking around and you saw a cave, and you thought, hey, why not? You can explore. You grabbed into your bag you carried with you, and you grabbed your flashlight. You looked around, and it looked normal, like a normal cave, so you thought you could go deeper. You went deeper, and you saw water, but not normal water, glowing blue water. So you followed it. You kept on going until you found an area. It looked like a home, mostly places like with a dump, but it had a little bit. You kept on looking around, and there was a part of the land that was around lava and fire. So you grabbed your jacket off and you kept on going. You looked around, and all you seen was lava, and you didn't know what to do. You saw a little bit of dust on the ground, and you kind of thought something bad happened there, but you didn't matter. You kept on going until you got to a place where it was snow, and you saw a little post near it, and it said, "I'll be back soon," signed Sans. You didn't know who a Sans was, but you just took a picture of it, because it fascinated you. You kept on going around the snowy area. Before you got to the snowy area, you entered it. You put your jacket on. It was a little cold, but you had a fuzzy coat. And well, you kept on looking around until you saw abandoned buildings and a skeleton. You accidentally stepped on a stick, and it snapped. He heard it, and he turned around. You flinched, like a deer in headlights. You couldn't move. He gave you a stare like a demon stares deep into your soul. But you look into his eyes, and you saw he was crying. Out of nowhere, he teleports to you. Like that fast, in a snap. What are you doing here, human? Are you here to kill me? You told him your answer, and he got confused. So you're not... You saw bones, and mostly called like a heart. Mostly a human heart. And it was glowing blue. I can get you out of your misery. You told him to... Stop, please. Don't worry. You're gonna be okay when I'm done with you. Out of nowhere, you were mostly people. There she is. You didn't know you were being followed by some humans who apparently was hiking around, mostly called the police, because they looked around in that mostly cave. The skeleton got you out of the blue, put you out of the blue glow, grabbed you, and just teleported away from them with you. Shh. If you say anything, your bones will be out of your skin. Keep quiet. You told him your answer. The guys looked around, but kept on going. You told him, why did you do this? And mostly, why am I your hostage? Hostage. Because it's been a while when I seen a human, and I'm the only one here. But it doesn't matter. How did you get down here? Did you fall or something? You told him there was an entrance in front of the cave, mostly about 2 or 3 miles. There is? You told him your answer, and he felt joy. He'd never felt joy in his life. You saw it from his eyes, like he was smiling, like a real live smile. He grabbed your hand, and you guys teleported nearer to the waterfall, because you told him where it was. Is this the place? Waterfall? Waterfall? Waterfall land? Sorry. You told him, yeah, this is the place. He looked around, and you pointed out the light, mostly the cave area. You grabbed your flashlight from your pocket, and you pointed at it. The flashlight pointed. He's like, I'm gonna be free. Out of nowhere, you see a child laughing. You and the skeleton turned around quickly. It was a kid with pink and purple striped a striped t-shirt or something like sweater. You got scared, and so you went behind him, mostly the skeleton. He told you, "Oh, could be safe." The kid ran towards the skeleton, and out of nowhere, you saw a big skeleton dog bone blast a big glimpse of light, and the kid was dead. But when you and Sans were the only ones in Waterfell, you and him were only one there then. I killed them. Let's get out of here before they reset everything. You were going to ask him what is a reset, but he grabbed your hand, and he didn't use teleportation. He just ran. He grabbed your flashlight before he ran with you, and he just kept on running. Out of nowhere, you guys were outside, on the surface. You saw him get on his knees and looked happy again. But he looked like he was cheerful and laughing. He walked up to you and he told you, "Thank you. Thank you. What is your name?" You told him your name. That's a beautiful name. Your name. I don't know where to go, so can I stay with you? He grabs you and hugs you and whispers in your ear, "I will protect you, no matter what, because you saved my life. And also, you saved me from being insane." You told him your answer, and so you and him walked to your home. You told him this is a place. It was a big house. It was not that much. Mostly it was a house of 2 floors, 2 bathrooms, 3 rooms, and a big living room with a big kitchen. But it was out in the forest, so it's mostly about so far away from the mountain side, mostly where the cave was, you saw. It's so far away, no one could get to the home, and you're the only one who knows it now. You're the only one who knows it, but now Sans, mostly the skeleton you met, knows it where it is now. Whoa, this is kind of looking like my old home. He tried to make a little pun joke, but you told him you can come inside if you want to. Thanks. You guys walk inside, and you went to the kitchen and got hot cocoa. That's what you thought he would like, so you did grab it, and you gave it to him. Thanks. I feel better. You took a sip of your drink too, and you asked him what was going on and why was he down there. It's a long story, but I'll make it short. I had a brother, and his name was Papyrus. This kid, mostly the one you saw with the pink and purple sweater, the one I killed, well, mostly they try to kill everyone every single time, because they had this demon-like thing in them. So I killed everyone, even my brother. I regret doing it. I really regret. Out of nowhere, you hear a knock at the door. You told him to stay right there, and you put your cup down. You walked to the door, and you answered it, because mostly you thought no one else was out there. When you opened it, you saw a big, tall skeleton. And he said, "Near human, may we come inside?" You saw right behind him a lot of monsters. Mostly a goat woman, a goat man, and some other monsters. You told them your answer, and you let them in. They came in, and, well, you walked to the skeleton you met, mostly in the cave. You walked up to him and told him, "Hey, there's some, I'm guessing monsters, mostly people, monsters. I let them in, so is that okay?" He standed up and quickly teleported to you, told you, "Did you see a big tall skeleton?" You told him your answer, and he teleported looking around your home, and he saw his brother in the kitchen. Papyrus. "Hi, brother." You saw him grabbed his brother and just gave him a big hug. You asked the tall skeleton, mostly you called his brother called him Papyrus. You asked him what happened. He told you, "Near a lot of humans with guns came out of nowhere and killed the little child, mostly human. And they told us to get out of that place. and they were putting like some things with like it says TNT. You put your hands on your mouth and you were in shock. They were gonna explode that area. You asked him, what was the symbols on their jackets or something like that? Um, they look like mostly with people's badges. And it said police. You told them the cops? Yeah, mostly. But I don't know that much. I woke up and water fell and all of us were woken up in water fell and but the kid was not there to be seen. Because we all seen there was just a body. You went to go upstairs and look through your stuff. You were mostly a person who graduated military school and went to military. And you went to war. So you were a military person. You grabbed your gun because police don't mostly do that. They don't carry TNT, mostly explosions, and really powerful guns. So you called your commander, mostly the army. You told them what's going on, and so they respond and told you they will be there in about 10 minutes. You got suited up and you put your gun on your right side. You told them, mostly the monsters, to stay here and don't panic, but just stay here and everything will be okay. You thought it would be safer if you were with that skeleton you met in the cave. So you asked him, what's your name? Because I forgot to ask you. He told you, my name's Sans. Sans Skeleton. You told Sans, come on, let's go. Because you remembered he had a big skeleton dog bone blasted light, so you thought that would be kinda good. So, before you guys left, you suited him up because you had an extra. He asked you, what's this for? You told him, because there's something going on. Your brother told me about the police and that's bad. And so, when you heard a honking noise in the front of your house, you grabbed Sans' arm, and told him, "Don't worry, you're gonna be really okay. It's just when I saw you in the cave, you kind of looked powerful, and we could use that kind of power. Is that okay?" He told you. Yeah. So, when you guys got out of the house, you saw your commander and mostly tank and army vehicles. We're ready. You ready to go? You told him, You told him you were bringing a friend who was kind of more better in the field. And he gave you, okay, let's get in the vehicle. So you guys got into the vehicle, and you told them the direction of the area. And out of nowhere, you see about 20 police officers running out of the cave you went into to meet Sans. And there was a little battle. There was a little war, but you killed them all. Except for one. One of them just surrendered. You walked up to them, but still pointing the gun, and asked them, what were you doing in that cave? And tell me everything. They told you everything. Mostly they were going to destroy that cave because they thought the monsters could die down there. You told him, yeah, only one survived. So don't get used to it. So the police, the real police, came and they arrested him. After 20 hours, 20 hours later, you and the monsters were in the home. You were telling them about everything, and it's okay, but they already destroyed their home. The Tori and Asgore, mostly you asked for all the monsters' names, Tori and Asgore were sad. But you heard another knock on the door. So you're like, I hate this. So you got up and you opened the door. You looked around. No one was there. Hi, lady. You looked down and you saw a flower? Hi, I'm Flowery. Flowery the flower. You asked Flowery what was he doing here? I found out there was an exit in the cave, so I came and I saw the tracks of the monsters, and they lead to your home. So, may I come in? You told him to give you a second, and you grabbed a flower plant you had with a plant in it, but it was dying, so you threw it away. But you grabbed your shovel from the garage, and you just told him, stay right there, don't move. You digged a hole in the ground, and you put him in the pot. And you told him, is that better? Yes, that's much better. You grabbed him and walked him inside. After about 2 weeks, all the monsters found a new home. But mostly they were in apartments, and you gave them kind of half of your allowance. You had mostly about a few, a lot, kind of were a millionaire from your father. He was a business worker. He made millions. So you gave them mostly half of it. It was enough. You gave them about 50,000 each. You told them they can start a life and start new. Flowey mostly wanted to stay with you and Sans. Sans and Flowey didn't get along, but they got along with you. It was you and Sans in the house. Things were quiet, but mostly Papyrus, his brother, and Metaton were kind of dating, but they got married the next day. But they came and visit once in a while. So you and Sans kind of got hooked up after those 2 weeks. He asked you when you were dropping off the last monster to the apartment area they wanted to go to. And he asked you, sweetheart. You looked at him like saying, what is it, Sans? Um, can we, You saw his hand glide against his back of his neck, and you saw him having a little blush, but he asked you, do you want to go on a date with me? You gave him a hug and told him your answer, and so you guys did. You guys kissed a little, got cuddly, and sometimes at night you and him cuddled and watched Netflix. And well, this night, the day now, is mostly your birthday. But your father usually was very busy, and your mother, she died when you were 12. But you always remembered her because she was the sweetest mom you ever had. And so you thought to tell Sans about your birthday. You walked up to Sans and told him, "It's gonna be my birthday tomorrow." Really? Um, I have to go do something. He walked out of the house, and after about a whole day passed by, he didn't come back home. You kind of got nervous, but you probably thought he was doing something wrong, or he was dumping you or something. Because he was mostly your fifth boyfriend you had. The other boyfriends you had were mostly jerks, guys who were rude to you, and some people mostly took your boyfriends away because they were much better than you. But Sans was kind of sweet to you. He always made you happy, and anytime when he was alone, he usually always calls you each second to make sure you're coming home or if you're okay. And well, that night you thought, "I'm just gonna go to bed." So you went to bed, and you heard in your ear when you were laying down, "Hey, sweetheart, wake up, hey." You woke up, and you looked around, and you saw Sans. "Hey, sorry if I was long. I just couldn't find the right gift for you. I didn't know what you like, so here." You remember you gave Sans about $50,000, but he gave you a pair of keys. You didn't know where they belonged to, so you asked him, "What do these belong to?" Um, just come on. He walks you out of the house in your pajamas, but he gave you his coat and you put it on. You apparently asked Sans, "What now?" He told you, "Push the button." So you did. And you saw a vehicle going beep 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 each time when you press the button. And you looked to your left, and there was your dream car. The dream car you always wanted. But you usually just didn't want to waste your time of getting it. And mostly you didn't want to spend your money on, well, things it was mostly not useful to you. But Sans bought you a gift, and it was your favorite vehicle. You gave Sans a biggest hug in the world. "Easy, don't squeeze harder, you're gonna hurt my bones." You looked up at him and gave him an amazing makeout kiss. "So you like a gift?" You nodded your head twice, saying yes, and just saying your answer a million times. "Oh yeah, I have another gift for you." You got surprised when you saw him get down on his knees and on his one knee, and he said, "Your name?" "Will you make me happy, and promise to never leave me alone. And also, I want to start a family, and I want you to be mine forever. You saw a beautiful, your favorite gem or diamond in the world. The ring was silver, but it was beautiful to you. You gasped